$58,005 profit. That's how much I'm up on these Apex accounts. If you don't know what Apex is, it's a platform that gives you money, fake money to trade with. I say fake money because it's all in a simulated market for a certain amount of time until you show them that you're real consistent and you get a lot of payouts. Then they'll actually move you over to a real funded account. But you're allowed 20 of these accounts. So let me take a step back. If you don't know Apex, this is the website right here. And basically what I did was go with the 50K accounts. Okay, so I'm going to get into all the details of how I'm trading these, what accounts I'm using, why my lighting sucks. And yeah, we're just going to get right into it. Okay, so to start out, Apex, you sign up, you pay a small fee, and then you got to go and hit a profit target. Now, it's not just that easy. You have to hit a profit target with also following their rules, okay? So for example, let's take a look at the 50K account. So this is the one I have right here. 50K full, starting capital of 50,000. Like I said, it's fake money. It's a simulated account. They put you in a simulated market, but you could also take withdrawals from this. How, you might ask? Well, with all the people that are signing up for this website and going through these evaluations and failing them and having to pay reset fees, they make a lot of money on those fees and they can afford to pay you out even though you're trading paper money, okay? People out there are scared to tell you this, but you know, I'm just going to tell you how it is, right? So you're trading on a simulated market, but you're able to take withdrawals from that because of all the other people that are signing up and failing and not able to reach the payout. Okay, it says somewhere on this website there's about, I don't know, what's the percentage down here? Evaluation disclaimer: the customer pass rate of the evaluation program, let me make myself a little smaller. Look, it says it right here. The customer pass rate of the evaluation program was 43% between January and September 2023. Blah, blah, blah. And then there's a, you know, even smaller percent of that. I would put it at like 1% of all these people actually get to withdraw money from this shit, okay? Because it's, you know, greed kicks in and there's a lot of different things that factor into why people actually never get to a payout. First off, they might suck at trading. They're just degenerate gamblers. It's not really going to work out for those kind of people. And then, I mean, secondly, it's just greed. People, you know, people see a little bit of money out there and they're just like, oh, fuck, we gotta keep this going. We got to go full steam ahead. Then they end up, you know, blowing a lot of these accounts. Okay. So like I was saying, 50K full starting account. This is what I got. They let you do 20 of these. Okay. So your profit goal on here, after you sign up, you pay the fee. Your profit goal is $3,000, right? So you got to make $3,000 trading futures, okay? This is all futures. And you got to do that without breaking your drawdown, okay? So they give you $2,500 of drawdown. That means if you lose $2,500, you get booted off and you have to pay a reset fee to start all over, right? So as long as you don't hit that trailing drawdown, then, and you hit your $3,000, now you have a funded account, and you have to pay another activation fee to get access to the funded account. And from there, you could go on and make your, you know, make your actual profits that you could take withdrawals from. Okay. So what I did was get 20 of these 50K accounts. They allow you to have 20. So for example, you know, if I make $3,000 on one account, well, why not do it on 20 accounts? Because that turns my $3,000 profit into 60,000, right? If I have, you know, if I'm copying my trades to 20 accounts. So that's the strategy I'm going with. It does cost a little money though, I will tell you that. The good thing is Apex, they always run these discounts. So like right now, instead of, right now is 90% off. So this fee that you see down here, 50K starting capital, $167, that turned into about, you know, what, $16 when you get the 90% off, okay? So realistically, what I did was get 20 of these accounts, times $16 is, the sign up fee. That's about $320 that you have to put up front. So the good thing about these Apex accounts is like, I'm not putting my money up to risk, right? So if I lose $2,500, I'm not actually losing $2,500. I'm just losing the fee that I paid to sign up for this account. Okay, so that's a good thing about prop firms too. It's like I'm not risking my own money, so that kind of takes off a little bit of the emotional side of trading, which is good, right? So $320 upfront fee. You're probably not going to pass all 20 on the first go. So you make sure this is within your budget. Doing 20 accounts, like I'm going to show you how to do. But yeah, because it could get costly pretty quick, especially when you start trading and realizing these rules and these drawdown limit is the only rule, right? $2,500. And then so yeah, the evaluation phase is fairly cheap, right? Compared to if you were to lose $2,500 times 20, that's a lot of fucking money that you would have lost in your own account, right? So that's what I did. 20. I mean, I've had hundreds of these evaluations. I've been doing this stuff for a while, and I abused the shit out of them because it used to be where you had to trade 7 days in order to get the funded account. But now they do this shit where you could just pass the account in 1 day, right? So there's no need to waste time. You could go in there, make $3,000 in 1 day, and you get your funded account. Okay, so that's the strategy I do with evaluations. When I'm doing evaluations, I'm going heavy. I'm going max contract size, which here is 10 contracts on the 50K accounts. So you're allowed to do 10 contracts on the NASDAQ, okay? NASDAQ moves 10 points. NASDAQ moves very quickly, and using 10 contracts, you could make $3,000 very fast. You could also lose $3,000 fucking even faster, right? So my strategy with evaluations is pass in 1 day, don't waste any fucking time, and just get the funded accounts. Get on the funded accounts, okay? So I bought 20 of them. I, went one by one, and I tried to make $3,000 in 1 day, right? And I did that. I can't even tell you how many times I've done it, right? All it takes is a 16-point move in the NASDAQ with 10 contracts, okay? NASDAQ moves lots of points, okay? I'll show you what a 16-point move is in the NASDAQ with 10 contracts. It's, it's one of these candles, right? So that's what I did with evaluations. Evaluations, I'm like, yo, let's just pass them in 1 day, get onto funded, waste no time, okay? So I did that, and I got my 20 accounts. Like I said, I would go one by one because I'm not using a trade copy or in the evaluation because I know I'm going to blow a bunch of these accounts. I'm going to blow a bunch because I'm going heavy using 10 lots on NASDAQ, 10 lots on the NQ Mini, not the micros, so I can make $3,000 fast as fuck. So I did that. I'd go account by account. I had like a 30 or 40% pass rate on that. So I would pass 4, fail 6, and then I would just keep doing that until I got to fucking 20 PAs, right? 20 PAs, I'm good. Now I could do my real trading, okay? So also miss the step. After you pass your evaluation, you have to pay a fee, right? You have to pay a fee. It's either you could choose from a lifetime fee if you plan on keeping the funded account for a while. That'll cost you $140. Or if you want to pay it monthly, it's $85 a month. I went with the monthly $85 because I didn't know if I was going to keep my PAs for long, and what have you, right? So you could use your own judgment. If you plan on sitting on the PA and building it up slow, then maybe it's worth getting the lifetime, right? I don't know. I just picked the monthly because I didn't know if I was actually going to get to pay out on that specific PA account or not, right? So it is what it is. Now, with that being said, we can see my accounts here. I have about $50,000 worth of gains in here. And you can see all 20 of these accounts are pretty damn green, right? This account is 2,000, 1,700, 1,770. So yeah, you could add all those up, and that's my total P&L in these 20 Apex accounts. You can see there's like 8 of these in the middle right here where I have substantially more profits than the others, right? These are the first 8 that I got started, and I went off, to a great start on these accounts, made most of the money in the first couple of days, and then kind of just slowly built them up with the rest of these accounts, okay? So the deal is, once you get to 52,600, you could start to take a payout, right? You could start to take a payout on Apex. The thing with that is you need to leave a little bit of buffer, right? If I withdrew $2,000 from my $52,600 balance, well, I'm going to be left with $600, and let's be honest, that's not enough drawdown to be able to, build out, right? It could be, but it's like, it's not a lot of wiggle room. You got to leave yourself a little bit of cushion. $600 is like, okay, that's like 3 trades in a row. If I lose, I'm done on that account. So I want to leave a little bit more of a buffer, okay? I've taken withdrawals on a couple of these accounts, like these bigger profit ones, but I'm waiting for the rest of these to get all past that, 2,600. Realistically, I'm aiming for 3,000. After 3,000, I'll look to take a payout. But most of these, almost all of these, except for one actually, are past the 10-day withdrawal limit, right? So once you get on the funded accounts, you have to trade them for 10 days. You got to trade them for 10 days. And then from there, if you have enough money in your account and you traded consistently, then you could go and get the payout, right? There's one caveat, there's one rule with the payouts. You will get denied a payout if you make all your profit in one day. So let's just say, for example, where's my notepad? Let's get a notepad out over here. So let's say, you make total profit $3,000, right? Total amount of money you made is 3,000. Let's say on day one you went in swinging for the fences, you made $2,500, right? And then the rest of the 9 more days, you made $100 each. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. That's only 7 more. So if you did something like that, you're going to get denied a payout because most of your profit is coming from that one day, right? I don't know why I said total profit right there is 3,000. Let me do this. 2,500 plus 900. Sorry if I'm confusing the fuck out of you. I'm doing this like an idiot. That's 3,400, right? So you have your total profit at 3,400. You made a chunk of it in the first day. I'm going to show you why you're going to get denied right now, because Apex has a 30% rule, right? They have a 30% rule. You can't make over 30% of your total profit. Can't make over 30% of that 3,400 in one day. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that means if I bring up my calculator. So 2,500 is your biggest day. Divide that by your total profit. If this number is above 30%, you're going to get denied a payout. So this $2,500 day is 73% of my total profit. So I'm going to get rejected and denied a payout if I do that, right? So what you want to do is, delete this big day and, just keep going for like, smaller wins. That's what I'm doing. $100 to $200 a day adds up, right? $100, $200 a day. If you keep doing that, you're not going to have a problem with the 30% consistency rule because you're doing shit consistent, right? So like, for example, this top account right here, $2,000 profit. Well, if you do 2,036 divided by the 11 days that I traded, make it on average about $185 a day, Okay, so if you do this slowly and consistently, I'm not gonna have a problem when I go for a payout because I'm making like the same amount every single day, anywhere from like $100 to $300 is my goal. Okay, so those are the Apex rules and all that shit. You know, if you're new to Apex, you know, maybe you're learning something right now. If you're already familiar with Apex, this is just like, you know, kick rocks, kid. I know this shit. Tell me the good stuff and how you're actually trading this. Okay, so I had to take a different approach than how I would trade a regular, you know, my regular personal trading account, which is, you know, my regular personal trading account. I'm going for bigger moves in the market, right? I'm looking for good spots to get long where I could swing and hold something, you know, for pretty much all day, maybe even a few days. With Apex, I can't really do that because one, the trailing drawdown, you know, my trades, if I'm holding it all day, it's not just going to go in a fucking straight line straight up. It's not how the market works. You know, you have ups, there's little pullbacks. You guys know the deal. So what I had to do instead of looking for bigger moves, you know, I had to set some kind of like, set some kind of plan where I'm just going to go for $100 to $200 a day, look for base hits, and then call it a day, right? So I had to change up my strategy and actually developed an indicator to help me do this, where I'm just looking for like 5 to 10 points on NASDAQ, right? And I don't have to think much. I use this. I find my, you know, it helps me kind of predict the trend and see where the market's heading. So I'm always going with the momentum. And yeah, I've just been basically using my own indicator for, you know, these $100 to $200 days. And it's not for sale. You can't buy it. I'm just using it. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. There's a bunch of different strategies out there that you could do to get fucking 5 to 10 points on NASDAQ. And it's pretty easy. NASDAQ moves 5 to 10 points fairly quickly, right? So I'll just show you an example like this. This is what it's looking like, right? It just spits out these kind of trend bars and then these buy and sell signals. They disappear and they works by AI and they're all like automatically formulating throughout the day onto my charts. And they'll disappear and then new ones will form and blah, blah, blah. So let me scroll back to today where I have my trades because I made like $300 today. I took 2 trades and you can see right here, boom. So there's actually a channel like I showed you before, how these channels were there. At the point of me taking this trade, there was a channel, you know, developing towards the upside. It was like a uptrend channel. So I was going with longs, right? I was going with longs and the thing spit out a signal for me. And after I catch a buy arrow, I'll have to wait. This is a 1 minute chart. I'll wait a minute for a candle to close above that signal and then I'll hop in. So like right here, this is like the moves we're talking about here to make $100 to $200. Right here around, what time is this? I think this was before the market even opened. Like New York session I'm talking about. So this is at 8:53 a.m. I took a long right here at 18,261 on NQ and then closed it within that same 1 minute candle for like at least 5 points, it looks like. Right? Just quick, in and out, in and out, in and out. And people are like, how many contracts are you using? What's your stop look like? I use the same amount. So my contract size, you could see right on this friggin' chart actually, it's 1. My contract size is 1. And this little automated order strategy is set for a 10-point stop on NASDAQ, right? So if I get the timing right, I'm usually not taking 10 points of heat. Usually, you know, if it just stays slowly and just like wiggles around my entry, I might cut it. But for the most part, I haven't had to do that, honestly, within the last, 11 days of these 20 accounts. And yeah, I've just been getting the fucking timing right using these signals. So yeah, my strategy, I use one contract and a 10-point stop. And then as price goes in my favor, I'm very quick to take my profits. Okay. So I'm not leaving it on like I would my personal trade. And like, I'm trying to catch this whole move, like 100 points on NASDAQ. That's what I would do on my personal account. But on these Apex accounts, I'm not doing that. I'm going for the base hits. I should have named this indicator the base hits, right? Instead of AI channels. Trading Secrets is my company as far as like the trading software and education stuff goes. We named the company Trading Secrets a while ago, many years ago. But yeah, so that was the first trade. And then I got one around like 10 a.m. or 10:28 a.m. where this thing started to break out to the upside. I got another buy signal. There's actually two. You see where like this one is right here. Could have fucking got, 70 points on that signal. Shit. Yeah, so I took it on the second signal, right? I got the alert, buy. I waited for the candle to close above that buy signal, and then I hopped in, and it quickly jumped. This was another almost 10 points in that one candle. So I'm just looking for base hits, man. 5 to 10 points. That's all I need, right? You could use this. You could use without the indicator. You could just use simple support and resistance to get base hits on NQ. But the indicators help me. It's, I'm not really thinking too much. I'm just waiting for this fucking thing to spit out a signal, and it's working, right? It's working. Even right here, red, boom, down. So these are like naked signals. They're not giving you, I like to take them when, I have these channels right here, because it kind of helps me predict the trend. So it's like if I'm getting a green signal and the thing is trending up, I'm with that. Right? It has me a little more confident in that setup, right? So yeah, that is my plan. As far as payouts, like I said, once I get to that profit target on the rest of these accounts, I'll probably take the payout, the $2,000 payout, and just realize these gains. Because right now it's just floating out there in the market. It's not mine yet. It's in my account. I can't touch it yet, right? I can't touch it yet. Once I take it out, that'll probably be a $40,000 payout if I do the max $2,000 per account. So another rule with Apex, they have a withdrawal limit the first 3 months on the account. So with the $50,000 accounts, you're only allowed to take out $2,000 every 10 trading days, which comes out to like you could take 2 payouts per month in the beginning of the month and the middle of the month, right? So, you're making about $40,000 per payout max for 3 months. And then after 3 months, if you have a shitload of profits in all these accounts, you could take it all out and just fuck off, right? Or you could stay with it, take the $2,000 like you've been doing, and just build that cash flow every month. You decide how you want it, right? With these accounts. So yeah, I think that covered a lot. I'll keep posting these videos if you guys want me to do updates. Right now, that indicator, I'm just using it personally for myself, so it's not for sale. But yeah, maybe I'll start streaming or something, so you guys could kind of look at it and take your own trades and get your own base hits from it. But yeah, 90% off right now on Apex. I have my link down below for that 90% off. And yeah, I'm using the 50K full rhythmic accounts. I trade through Ninja Trader, just using that one chart like I just showed you. And that's how I've been, growing these accounts to where they're at currently. I plan on keeping this going and taking the max payout once or twice a month. Depends on how high I could get these accounts. But I'm not going to press it. I'm not going to press it and force it, because I've done that in the past, and I've tried to make, all the fucking money within 10 days. And every time I do it personally, I blow my shit up, right? Like I said, I've had hundreds of these accounts. And every time I go for that, I need the money quick. I blow my shit up. Whereas this time around, I'm doing pretty fucking good. If I keep this going, I could get, those max payouts once or twice a month and just keep doing that. And then eventually, become $1 million apex trader, right? That's the goal. I think after $1 million, they put you on a live account and they say, you know what, you're taking too much money from us. We got to put you on live account and give you real dough to trade. We'll run into that problem when we get there, right? But yeah, that was a breakdown of what's going on. I'll post these updates. I'll post when I take the payout. That'll be probably the next video on here. I'll do it. I'll make a video of me actually going in there and taking the payout and then showing you it hit my bank and that Apex actually pays out. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I could show you, I think. If there's anything I left out, drop it in the comments and I'll put it in the next video. But I think I explained pretty much what the hell I'm doing here, how I got here, and kind of some tips along the way. And yeah, if you don't subscribe yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My lighting is horrible. Like I said, we would get into that too because I just moved. I don't have anything like, the friggin' shit behind me. There's nothing behind me but the dog sleeping in a bed that's just on the floor. We got nothing, but I'm making these videos and I'm trading here. All I got in this room is a desk. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe if you haven't. Again, 90% off the next 5 days on Apex. Just click the link down below. And that's that. Peace.